honestly probably would most likely end up doing is going into academia and becoming a professor.
Before we get into the interview, how tall are you? Were you a UT student?
No.
That speaks to me.
Maybe around like 70, 80 grand a year.
Like 60,000 to 90,000.
Gatekeeping. Yo, Apple's gatekeeping.
I was seeing when people get Apple.
Guys, if you're watching this, climate change is real.
Real.
Hey guys, we're on the UT campus right now. We're going to be walking around asking different students different questions. Let's get to the video, man. Hey guys, I'm Omar and I'm here with
Jack.
I'm Soleil.
Ty.
Zoe.
Bell.
I'm Jerry Human.
So Jerry, before we get into the interview, how tall are you?
I'm 6'5".
6'5". What grade are you in?
I'm a junior at UT Austin.
I am a junior here at UT.
I'm a sophomore right now.
I'm a freshman.
I'm a junior.
And what's your major?
Computer science.
I am an electrical and computer engineer.
I'm a public health major.
Comp sci.
Government and sustainability studies.
Were you a UT student?
No.
So in college, what did you major in?
I majored in ecology and evolutionary biology.
And how was that?
It was great. I really am big on environmental issues and like how we as a world works together to improve the environment. So it was very much what I wanted to study.
With that degree, what jobs can you expect to get?
Well, I'm in a weird situation where I'm aiming for any jobs in themed entertainment. So anything that does with controls, signals, things like that.
Well, for me personally, I'm like on the pre-dental route. So there's a lot of people who are like pre-health, pre-med, stuff like that. But there are a lot of like other like governmental like pre-health jobs that you can get. But my degree personally, I want to do like dentistry.
Depending what field I want to follow, I can do a lot. There's like data management, there's software engineering, there's AI, the new field. So there's a lot I can go into. I don't really know yet.
You could either go into politics or you could do like to nicely overlap the two, become like an environmental policy analyst. Or what I honestly probably would most likely end up doing is going into academia and becoming a professor.
Data science, full stack development, software development, somewhere in like the tech field, machine learning or AI, really very broad.
So with that degree, what jobs did you end up going into, or what field did you end up going into?
Yeah, right now I'm an environmental organizer for Green Corps. It's a year-long program that trains students to become effective organizers and like mobilize on issues that they care about, specifically the environment. So over the coming year, I will travel to a bunch of different cities to work on campuses and communities, letting people know about the campaigns we're working on and take action on some environmental stuff to really make a difference in the greater community.
And is that part of like organization or a company or?
Yeah, so right now I'm working for the Climate Action Campaign, defend our future, defend our climate.
Defend our climate, guys.
Yeah.
Climate change is real.
It is, thank you.
Climate change is real.
I'm trying to spread the word about that,
Yeah.
especially here in Texas.
In that career path, what is like the average salary that someone can expect?
I think on anywhere between like 60,000 to 90,000, I think is a reasonable range for the themed entertainment industry with electrical engineering.
And is that just starting off?
Starting off, I think anywhere between there, and it gets slightly higher, but I don't think it gets too much higher.
I think it depends whether you have your own practice or not. I think like starting like after you develop a number of years after finishing dental school, maybe like upwards like maybe 150K, but then like add your max is probably like maybe 200, 250. It depends on what division too, if you're doing like orthodontistry or anything like that.
I mean, from what I hear, it's like 6 figures, like average. It's like 100,000.
And do you have like a specific job that kind of speaks to you?
That speaks to me. I mean, the basic one, like software engineering, software development. So
I think there's like the average salary is like 120.
maybe.
Well,
Depends what you get, but yeah.
yeah. How much would an average professor make?
It varies a lot, but I'd say depends on the department. So maybe around like 70, 80 grand a year.
And is that starting?
I believe so. I'm no expert though.
People do this work because they're passionate. They don't do it because they're in it for the money. So the average of an entry-level organizer, the average salary is about $35,000 a year. But depending on the organization you're in, you can make up to $100,000.
And that's with growth, like career growth?
Yeah, that's not entry level. That's, years down the line.
Around, I think 70K, 200K is around like the starting salary.
But you said 70 to 200?
Yeah, 70K.
That's such a broad range.
You can get like maybe like an IT job or something like that right out of college at 70K, which isn't bad. Player cards, right? You had like previous internships, and like companies know you had previous internships. You could like use that leverage to get a job that pays even more. And it depends on like stock, but as well, because that could just be salary, and like there's just different like things they can add on that make their whole value to be like 200K Or it could be like 400K. I think I've seen some of them like quant firms.
That's right out of
quantitative-
college, 400K.
Yeah, quantitative firms, because like it might be in like a different location, like New York or like LA, so they have to like pay higher based off the higher standards of living. So it'd be,
Wow.
like,
And what brings you to that field? Because with an engineering degree, you can go into a lot more fields. What brings you into like theater?
I think for me, I want to be as creative as possible with
Uh-huh.
whatever I'm working on. I feel like themed entertainment is a very good avenue to do that. And it's something that I didn't know I was passionate about. But once I got here to UT, I kind of learned, oh, this is how I want to apply my skills. So that's what led me to that.
And what is like the career growth as a quant? Or wait, what jobs do you want to go into? Like
I want to get
data,
to software engineering,
software engineering.
like more like mobile development or like website development, more specifically.
So what's the career progression,
Money wise,
money wise, or like job hopping, career hopping, starting a business maybe?
okay, so me first, I had an internship last summer at Bank of America. So like I'm trying to get another internship, and then I'm trying to get like, starting maybe like my dream job is Google. So Google software engineer. Hopefully I can get that right outside college and be around like 150K, and then I'm gonna try to get like hopefully I can stay at Google. But if I can't, I might just hop around for like a little bit because like I'm free.
So with a professor, what is like the career growth, or how do you elevate yourself as a professor?
Well, you can expand your scope by publishing your own research, really diving into more, getting yourself out there than just staying local to your university. You can also go and partner with other universities, give lectures across the country. There's a lot of things you could do, really anything.
For the people watching, would you recommend that they become a professor?
I mean, if that's what you're about, I say go for it.
Why Google?
Well,
Why not Uber, Tesla?
I mean, whatever I get an offer from, I mean,
Apple.
it's not that bad. So let me think. Well, there's also Apple's actually they be gatekeeping, bro. For real,
Gatekeeping? Yo, Apple's gatekeeping?
I was seeing how people get Apple internships and anything like that. It's like so hard and like I don't know. I don't see that much people get it in general. Like on LinkedIn, you won't even see it like that much. On LinkedIn, you might see, oh, I just accepted my Google software engineering internship. I don't know, something like that. So Google, I mean, it's like a nice like place to like work at. I mean, it has a lot of prestige as well. I mean, we can't knock that. I mean, they pay pretty nice. So
And they have like a game room, right?
they got like game rooms. They got like my friend, he was like an intern at like Google. So like he had food every day. for
Food
sure.
every day?
Yeah, every day. You get every day in office food. You get like study breaks. It's like just like a lot of just different like I would say amenities. I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of cool.
And for the people, are you taking any student loans currently?
I'm not. No.
That's wonderful. So I'm assuming you're gonna go to dentist school after, right?
Yes, sir.
So are you gonna take student loans?
Probably it's very expensive.
And what is like the average time it will take to pay that off?
Probably a long time because it's around like depending if you're out of state or in state, like 50K just in state per year, I think. Or I don't know if that's per year per semester. So probably a while because dentistry is like 4 years.
Well, thank you so much for the interview. I hope you become the best dentist. So thank you so much for the interview. I hope you do good in your career, man. Thank you so much for the interview, Ty. I hope you land that 6-figure job. And thank you for doing the interview. Thank you so much for the interview, Zoe.
Thank you.
If you're a professor, hey guys, take her class, guys. Well, thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you.
Guys, if you're watching this, climate change is real.
real.
Well, thank you so much for the interview. I hope you work at Google, man.